Well, hello, hello, hello. See, the Lord had not had my attention on King Charles until really just the past week with things going on. And I think there was a reason. Some people had the attention on him sooner. I was exposing other things, but today was the day I started exposing him, the day that they also uh deemed C-19 no longer an emergency, and we know that corona. I had some things come up that just really, looking at the gematria in Greek and Hebrew, and the way his name is taken out. But, you know, he was born in 1948, the same year that Israel became a modern nation. I would just like to add that. This kind of mind blew me a little bit. They became a nation in 1948. Well, he was the prince who was born around this era. And the coat of arms and all this is relatively there's a few things that really kind of alarm me about the coat of arms that um they have. So there's a few things I want to talk about, of course, um as we go through this, but I want to also share a couple things off and on. So let me share a few things here. All right. First of all, I want to go to the gematria here. Of course, this over here is, of course, the Greek. And we see that Prince Charles of Wales, it equals 666. Over here's the Hebrew. When we take the numbers in the Hebrew terminology and the Greek terminology, it equals 666. Um, it's a perfect fit here. Prince Charles of Wales. It just equals by the numerical value of looking, of course, at Hebrew and Greek. But the coat of arms here, I mean, there's some things that really strike out here, um, that I'm just going to mention. So let's go to that one. Let's go to this one here. All right, your adversary, the devil, First Peter 5:8. The devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Judah is a lion's whelp. Who shall rouse him? As Genesis 49, verse 9. The little horn that we see here, the eyes of man. We see the Scottish Stuart crown. Many things here. Curse him who thinks this is evil. The harp of David. Um, and I saw an angel having a great chain in his hand and laid hold of the dragon Satan. Well, we get the chain here coming down to the dragon, the red dragon, of course. Right here, this Ich Deen, it means I serve. The three kingdoms plucked up by the roots. Bam. The feet of the bear, the body of the leopard, the mouth of the lion. These things really, I mean, he's being crowned tomorrow. Now, here's the picture in color for what we had just shown here. The eyes of a man, the little horn, all of this. Of course, we see here the feet of the bear. We're seeing Revelation 13, verse 1 through 2. Um, and of course, tribes of Israel, Ephraim, Manasseh, they're plucked up. You go to another picture. The lower motto is I serve. And of course, the red dragon, that's the banner. It's just this really kind of caught my attention finally. And here's a statue of Prince Charles. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. This is a statue of him. So, like I said, as I started looking at this stuff, it was kind of like, wow, you know, um, the number of his name in Greek and Hebrew is 666. He has a statue that even depicts him with wings. We see three kingdoms plucked up, the little horn. We see so many things in the coat of arms. Maybe not everybody agrees with this. And, not everybody's going to agree with everything on non salvation issues. We should all agree that the only way to the Father is through Jesus Christ, Yeshua. But, anyways, it's just like if I believe that Nephilim are fallen angels and you believe that they are sons of Seth, this shouldn't make us have a difference. Same here. You might think that Mr. Tomato over here is the Antichrist, and then the one over here that would call him Mr. Tomato, you pronounce it different, shouldn't make a difference here. So if you don't agree with it, then so be it. But, looking at this, you got the dragon, the beast in the coat of arms, the body of the leopard, the feet of a bear, the head, the mouth is a lion. The Roman Empire were from France, the leopard, Germany, the bear, England, the lion. And, the Apostle John, I think we're seeing a lot of what the Lord gave him in Revelation right now. Of course, when we read in the Bible, we see that there was these 10 horns, 7 heads, and on his horns were the 10 diadems and blasphemous names on them. And you kind of look at this coat of arms here and you're like, is there coincidences here? Is there coincidences? Very possibly there could be. I would like to bring up one thing. When the Messiah was born, he was destined to be the king. Prince Charles was born in a royal setting with destiny to be king. Jesus' mother was Mary and cousin Elizabeth. Well, Prince Charles, his mother was Elizabeth with a cousin named Mary. It's kind of like reverse a little bit. But think about it a little bit. It kind of just really struck me. We've had our eyes on so many people in the world, and there's nothing wrong with people having eyes. Remember, there's many antichrists. The book of John says that. There's one son of perdition. And as I'm seeing a lot of posts on him today on Jerusalem Post, Times of Israel, they're saying how he has such a background with, one of the first people that held him after he was born was a rabbi from Israel. That's just pretty ironic. All of a sudden, his name's coming up a lot with the Israeli people. And, we got our eyes on people like Yanuka and things like that. There's been many antichrists in this world, but I tell you what, I want to share one more thing before I get off here. It says how King Charles' coronation will reflect his desire to be defender of all faiths. I want to, of course, go down to just one section here. At the end of the ceremony that's going to be happening tomorrow includes a greeting by collective leaders, Jewish, Hindu, Muslim, Buddhist, all these different faiths. He's being anointed by the Archbishop of the Roman Catholic Church. So I'll leave that link in the description. Just a few things that really kind of struck me. So may God bless you. Keep your heads up. We fight from victory, not from defeat. And Sunday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, we'll be preaching a word called, Who Do You Serve? I'd love it if you guys joined in or watched after you get out of your own personal church, that we can just fellowship together. And then next week, there'll be many more things coming up. I'd like to be starting the 7 series to end with the 7 churches. I didn't start with the 7 churches. I started with the 7 vials and all that, and seals and trumpets. The Holy Spirit had me end it with the 7 churches. I think for a reason. Reason knowing, I don't know yet, but the Lord works in mysterious ways, but his ways are greater than ours. So much love to you all.